All right. Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here on the 1-year anniversary of the Sawyer Sessions. This is getting like Austin, Texas, to just celebrate everything. It's just great. We're so great. Yeah, 1-year anniversary, and I'm happy to be here. My name's Chuck Prophet, Yep Rock recording artist, and I've got a record. Yeah, all right, I'm in the right place. Cool, and I got a record coming out September 23rd for anybody that didn't get the memo, sir. And it's called Night Surfer, and I'm gonna play some songs from it now. And I notice I don't want to, bring everybody down. But as I was walking around, I did notice a lot of people have these recording devices, phones or whatever, and I just want to say that, this is how I make my living. And so if you are recording the show tonight, I would appreciate that you include these next songs. Because it's a new record, and, we need all the help we can getting that shit out there these days. It's hard. All right. Here's a song. This is a song about a lunatic I had the privilege of hanging out with. My life is an experiment that doesn't prove a thing. I wake up every morning wondering what the day will bring. Then I throw the windows open, I fill up both my lungs, and I shout, look out all you losers, here I come. Yeah, so wish me luck, even if you don't mean it, wish me luck. If it's not too much to ask, wish me luck. It's not like I really need it, it just feels so good to hear it anyway. Now I've harvested your cannabis down in the Yucatan. In fact, I slept beside a Catholic priest one time in Henry Rollins' van. I marched in your parades, and I fought your late night wars. But in my father's house, there are no doors. Hey! So wish me luck, even if you don't mean it, wish me luck. If it's not too much to ask, wish me luck. It's not like I even need it, it just feels so good to hear it anyway. Watch me dance upon a wire, watch me dangle from a string, shining like a diamond in the sun, shining like a diamond, shining like a diamond, shining like a diamond in the sun. Yeah, wish me luck, even if you don't mean it, wish me luck. If it's not too much to ask, wish me luck. It's not like I really need it, it just feels so good to hear it anyway. Wish me luck. Come on now, how hard can it be? Wish me luck, motherfucker. It's a smash. I just know it. 30 years in the business.
Click the banner below to watch the Mandolin Orange Sawyer session. Watch them play songs off this side of Jordan, as well as an additional performance of a new track from their upcoming 2015 release.
Well, when I was a little boy, I dreamed about the fall of Troy. I call your name, I call your name. They'll chew you up and spit you out and say your secret name out loud. I call your name, I call your name. So I built a snowman out of mud. I was so afraid what I'd become. I call your name, I call your name. I picked up a fork, then a knife. I looked left and I looked right. I call your name, I call your name. I call your name. Like a country song in a lonely voice in a world gone wrong. I know you're out there still. I call your name. I put my ear against a rail. I climbed on the carousel. I call your name, I call your name. My brother jumped into the bay. He rose up and flew away. I call your name, I call your name. Oh, and once I was that little boy who dreamed about the fall of Troy. I call your name, I call your name. Well, they'll chew you up and spit you out and say your secret name out loud. I call your name, I call your name. I call your name. Like a country song in a lonely voice in a world gone wrong. I know you're out there still. I call your name. I call your name. I call your name. That's right.
I just want you to be happy.
Click the banner below to watch the Jukebox The Go Sawyer Session, featuring several performances of tracks from their latest self-titled album, plus an additional cover you can't find anywhere else.
Set you back. Well, good idea, you keep me.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna do another song here that also features a capo on the second fret. So, and I guess it's okay to talk a little bit about the songs. This is a song that I don't know. I read a lot of true crime in my time. I'm trying to actually cut back on the true crime because my therapist said it's not really good to read that stuff before you go to sleep. And she might have a point. So, trying to cut back on it, but I've remained obsessed with Amanda Knox and the trial. And I know she did something, I can tell you that. She did something. And a lot of moving parts, though, really confusing. So I wrote this song, and it's called Ballad of Melissa and Remy, I think. Melissa said she always had the right to be wrong. Maybe that's the reason she lied. Remy said he was only looking for a friend the night they asked him up inside. And no one knows exactly what went down in that room, how the truth came out or from whose lips. Sometimes it builds like a dam and it bursts. Other times it stumbles and slips, but it all comes out. Go on and jump and shout. Yeah, but it's gonna take a war to stop it. Oh, Remy said a scar ran down the side of his face. The cop said, son, that isn't enough. Well, he called himself the Greek, but he only spoke French. We met him after hours at the club. And Melissa said she fainted at the sight of it all. She said Remy had to carry me out. See, I never seen a gun up close in person before, and the words like honey poured from her mouth, and it all came out. Yeah, so go and jump and shout. But it's gonna take a war to stop it. Remy gave a statement with his fingers crossed. Said, I hope this means that I can still vote. When they brought Melissa in, she didn't look at him once. She hung her head and she read from a note. Oh, the Greek faced the camera, didn't utter a word. He couldn't speak or even move his head. The prosecutor stood, cracked a joke, and he smiled, said, you don't know it, son, but you're already dead. And it all came out. Yeah, the truth came out. Now it's gonna take a war to stop it. Hey, I may never get to see you again, Remy said. I ain't done nothing. Tighten up your panties, boy. Loosen up your wig. You better pray nobody finds you. Now Melissa's got a family and a government job. No one ever mentions the past. Sometimes she lies awake in the middle of the night, wondering how long can this fairy tale last. And me, I took a train to the border that night. I spent a little time in Berlin. Sometimes I think I'll give Melissa a call, but I wouldn't know where to begin till it all comes out. Go on and jump and shout. Yeah, but it's gonna take a war to stop it. Let it all come out. Go on and jump and shout. Yeah, but it's gonna take a war to stop it. Yeah.
Step right up, ladies and gents.
Click the banner below to watch the Chatham County Line Sawyer Session. Watch them perform songs off their 2014 release, Tightrope.
Might have found love, but it didn't find me. I'm walking a line too thin to see.
Is everything cool? Yeah, you heard that too? What do you think it was? Okay, here's a song called Turn to Gold, also known as Tell Me Anything, and it's sweeping the nation. There's a fountain you'll never see. It rises up inside of me. Anyone can toss a coin, anyone can take a chance. And there's a crystal that bends the light, breaks the chain of an endless night. They'll tell you that it's all in vain. Brother, it's not in vain. So sing a broken melody, bring your troubles home to me. Anything, you can tell me anything at all. Now there's a blood stain on my shirt, a white sombrero in the dirt. He thought he knew what it was all about. He didn't know. And there's a dog who had no bark. It showed its teeth, then it bared its heart. Now you see that little dog, he runs right to me when I call. Yeah, so sing broken melody, bring your troubles home to me. Anything, you can tell me anything at all. Anything at all. There's a girl who brings me tea every day at 3:30. Sometimes she'll hang around, other times she won't. And there's a story that's often told about a man who turns to gold. Now I've heard that story too. People love to talk. Come on, sing broken melody, bring your troubles home to me. Anything, now you can tell me anything at all. Anything at all. Anything at all. Was that a double chorus supposed to be at the end? I don't remember.
Black and blue all on my face.
Click the banner below to watch the Aoife O'Donovan Sawyer Session. Watch her play tracks from her solo debut album, Fossils, including a performance of Red and White and Blue and Gold.
Come on, let's run away. Baby, let's go. Baby, let's go. There's a southbound train pulling out at night.
Okay, I'm gonna play a song now that was inspired by a true event that happened to me in my life. I got up one morning 6 months ago or so, and I read that the Ford Motor Company had discontinued the E-Series trucks, which includes the Ford Econoline. And you wonder why they have their hands out, you know? So I got pretty sad, and I wrote this song. But as it turns out, you know, this stuff can work for you, because since then I played the song and somebody introduced themselves to me and said they work for the Ford Motor Company. They happen to know there's a couple of them left in Ohio. And it's possible that he might be able to share the employee's discount. So then I'll have 2 Econolines that aren't paid for. Rent-controlled apartment. Living the life, okay. All right. All this. I love it. Okay, well, so anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. And I was told to mention that you might want to stick around because there's going to be a cake. And, yeah, all right, yeah. And I'm going to have a little cake and have another antibiotic after my fun-filled 8 days in Mexico. And keep the party just going. She pulled over, said, climb on in. I did what she said. She turned the music up real loud. It was the Talking Heads. Didn't matter where we was going. Made no difference to me at the time. Alright, takes me back when I hear that song. It makes me feel warm inside. Ford Econoline. Ever since the beginning of the world, the beginning of time, somebody said that the road was his. Somebody said, no, it's mine. Some folks are born neath the sign on the road, close enough to turn and leave it all behind. Fall together like the Rock of Gibraltar, guitars and drums inside Ford Econoline. Hey! Yeah! Ford Econoline. Ford Econoline. Let's go! Hey! Hey! crisscrossed the country in a two-tone job. It was a 1985. Mile after mile we was burning oil. We couldn't keep it alive. Laid out flatter than a Chinese rug. When she went her way, I went mine. Oh, all these memories like dirty plates stacked up in the sink of time. For the Econoline. For the Econoline. For the Econoline. Let's go. Okay, thanks for listening, everybody. Let's do some socializing now.
And the walls of kingdom have been calm. Lays a body in the sun. Imagine what she could have done. Imagine what she could have done. When the shadows rake the land, takes a brush of hair